Why are you guys selling your US stocks? You shouldn't be doing that. I'll tell you why. The market is not going to drop in the US. Yes, it will have corrections, 20-30%, maybe a bear market, but it's not like other countries where it's going to be perpetual losing money machine. And it's not because the companies in the US are that much better than the rest of the world. I mean, yeah, they're great companies with solid earnings, but it's the amount of financial engineering that the US is doing, that the biggest companies, they figured it out. If they do float a dividend, they buy back their own shares and reduce their liabilities in that way. Whenever shares are issued, those are liabilities, especially if they're paying a dividend. Think about it. If you're Apple and you spend a bunch of $1 billion buying Apple stock, it's less dividends that you have to pay out, and you're reducing your liability that way. Instead of shedding all the money out straight in dividend form to your investors. In other countries, especially in Europe, companies shell out lots of money in dividends, but their stock price stays the same or goes down. There's no put, right? You guys heard of the Powell put, or before that was the Yellen put, the Bernanke put. Basically a perpetual bid underneath a certain level of the stock price or the market price. Well, the big companies do that themselves. There's the Apple put, there's the Google put, there's the Facebook put. They buy their own shares back and make sure that the stock price is elevated. What does that do? What is the mechanic? What is the point of that? Well, for many reasons, okay? The incentives in the US make it so the stock has to go up. They have stock-based compensations, these companies. They have stock options. The insiders need the stock price to go up. So they buy it. They bid the price up. What else is happening? Because the price is so high and it's being bid up by its own money, guess what? They get more money inflows. They're a higher percentage of the big index funds that everybody and their mother, especially in the US, is putting their money in. The SPY, the VOO, all of these indexes that hold these stocks, okay? They get a major proportion of the money incoming directly into these funds. Because the money is going in and it's buying up their stock, they get more money to play with. They get more money to invest. They get more money to do whatever they need to do. So that way, the bigger get bigger. And I think, this is not financial advice, of course, but for me especially, I think it makes sense to own some of these big companies.